Something else.
Welcome to another fantastic edition of the ATF Radio Show here in cloudy and cool Sanford, West Seminole Boulevard, right across from the water. It is the Cigar Snob and Sir Shirts and Shoes, aka Artman Forever. Today we are going to talk about some things that we did in the couple past weeks.
We've been busy.
We've been nose to the stone, as they say.
That's it. That's it. Grinding.
I was busy with the kiddos last week, so unfortunately, I did not make the trip to St. Augustine, where we are picking out barrels for Executive of Sanford and the ATF Radio Show. The first barrel we're going to get is a barrel of gin, so I'm excited to do the tasting process for that.
Gin rummy.
And then
Good for your tummy.
the whiskey barrel. So huge thanks again to Matt from St. Augustine Distillery, the general manager. He is everywhere. I mean, everywhere.
You saw him at the G3 event here in Sanford a couple of weeks ago.
C3, yeah. He came out just for that. Drove all the way down from St. Augustine to hang out and try to get us drunk. Didn't work that well, but,
That's because we are professionals.
very, very much so. Oh, welcome, sir. Welcome.
We know what we're doing.
Look who we got.
Mike B.
In the
How are
house.
you? Always. How are you, my friend?
Doing good.
Good, man. Good to see you. Always. But yes, that C3 event was a great event because all the money and proceeds go against to fight child trafficking.
Yes.
And Florida, unfortunately, is probably the number one state in the country for it. Tampa being
Right up the street, an hour and a half away.
being the number one city for it in America.
That I-4 corridor is
Dangerous.
You got the ports there, and you got you've got the roads and railroads to fan out all over the country. So it was for a great cause. We had the executive band. They were just amazing. Unfortunately, you guys couldn't hear them because we were in the Sprinter van with the door closed doing the show because we were right next to the stage. But they were, just exceptional. They did a little bit of everything from every genre, and they had even people walking by who weren't even part of the event, like literally stopped, pulled out their phones and were recording them and showing them, what was going on.
They were funkier than Alec Baldwin on a movie set.
Oh, shit.
Too soon?
Too soon.
All right. They did not shoot blanks.
Because I was going to say, I had my joke, but apparently it's too soon for the shooting blanks joke. So I digress. However, next week, I'm going to let that shit fly.
Okay.
What else happened? Oh, yes, you guys went up to St. Augustine. So how was that? Tell us about that, because I missed it.
St. Augustine was a great experience. And thanks to Matt Stevens, there's a private room that they have for quote-unquote VIP packages, set up with tables and chairs. He had all the different varietals of the rums, the gins.
Yeah, I looked at the pictures and the videos, and some of y'all were walking sideways like you needed a V8.
I know.
I was like, damn, they getting ripped up at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and I ain't there.
Absolutely. You were definitely missed, but obviously, they locally source all their own ingredients except for their barley, which comes from Minnesota.
Everything else is Florida made.
That's it.
Florida grown.
Florida grown. So great quality. So everybody had their individual favorites. Mine continues to be that Saint,
of course.
and also that port is awesome.
You like the port?
I do.
I am. You know what it is? When I taste it, I can taste the grit from the sand in the filtering. I don't know what it is about my palate. Like, I love ports, but even at the St. Augustine Winery, all of their wines, to me, there's that grit in it. I just don't. It just doesn't go with my palate.
Okay. Fair enough.
But the aroma off the port whiskey is phenomenal.
Yes.
The Florida Straight Bourbon is great. The Saint, of course, because we're snobs.
Mm-hmm.
It is the most expensive bottle at $200 a bottle,
Mm-hmm. But it's worth it.
but it is worth every penny.
We even had some barrel aged rum.
Oh yeah,
That was unbelievable, unbelievable. But it was a great experience, and thankful to Matt and the crew at St. Augustine Distillery for
and the overproof rum that they have from one of their employees.
yes, Danny Rodriguez.
Danny Rodriguez, yeah.
Yes, yeah, we got to try some of that too. So, and shout out to him, being basically employee number one over there, and for them to honor him.
Yeah, that's amazing.
That way.
He's been there from the inception.
Yeah, day
and
one.
he's a Renaissance man in the distillery world because he does everything there.
He does.
He's not just sampling, he's bottling, he's making sure all the inventory is correct, he's making sure that all of the raw materials that they have are up to snuff for them and they're the best quality they can get. So he does a phenomenal job alongside Matt. Matt is, again, he's the general manager, but most general managers sit in their office and they look out the window over the production floor
He's active.
and they yell out there or they call. He sees something going on, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent. He's getting out that chair. He walks down to the distillery floor and he's like, hey, what's going on here? Hey, what's going on there? He is very involved to the point where, I talk to him all the time and I say, you came on after they had been established, after they incorporated. But this is just as much your baby as it is the investors and everybody who started this.
Yep.
And he is truly 110% committed to St. Augustine Distillery and its growth.
Yep.
If you haven't had it and you can't get up to St. Augustine, they do have it in Publix, they have it in ABC, and they have it in Total Wine. And it's a bourbon and the bourbons, the whiskeys, the gin, the rum, everything's in that, $25 to like $40 range. And it's all amazing. Honestly, I'm not a gin drinker, and I say it all the time. Their gin is the only gin that I actually enjoy. And it's because of part of their creative process in making that gin. Also, Sir Shirts and Shoes hit the double nickel. So,
I was doing 55 and a 54.
and you don't look a day over 35, so
I appreciate that, my esteemed brother.
black don't crack, as they say.
And beige don't age. So, for some of my lighter skinned folk. Can't forget y'all.
But yeah, so of course I was working late, so I did miss the dinner at Buster's. But looking at all the pictures, even though I wasn't there, you had between 15 and 20 people that showed up for your dinner. Shout out to Tom, owner of Executive, and Erica. They were both there. They shared their love with you. Pilot Aaron was there.
Yep. John Smith was there.
Virgil came out. Jerry came out. Rupert came out. Ken came out.
Sue Young and Alicia came out.
And, Kat was upset because she didn't know, because she would have came out. She would have come out.
I put it in the.
She probably just didn't read the text.
Probably not. But yeah, I put it in there.
But yeah, so I mean, almost all of our original hangout crew of like 25 or 30 were in attendance to celebrate Art's milestone. So shout out to everybody who got to make it and hang out with him and drink and eat with him, because I didn't.
And there were those who I got to have a drink and a cigar with here at Executive that weren't able to go to dinner too. So shout out to them as well. And really, we actually started the celebration Wednesday, the day before. So with Quinn Shaw and
That's right.
and Liana and Greg and Greg's friend Chris, his girlfriend Megan, and yeah, it was just a great time. We hit West End, we hit Celery City. Shout out to Chantel for coming out.
Oh yes, Chantel, that's right.
Yep, and got happy birthday congrats from her husband as well. His birthday is on the 9th.
That's right.
So yeah, November is the month to remember. Lots of birthdays, and I figured it out, right?
My fact.
If you go back exactly 9 months around this time, you got Valentine's Day.
Oh shit.
We are love children, my brother.
Well,
I think that's what it is. So
nothing wrong with that.
but thank you for the birthday wishes. So, and I knew you weren't able to be there, but you and I are brothers for life. So one day on the calendar doesn't mean anything. You're my brother every day.
Absolutely, man.
And I'm thankful for you. So, and then got to FaceTime with
Caitlin.
with the female biological offspring, as she
Yes.
calls herself. So that was a lot of fun.
The
too.
one and only Caitlin.
Mm-hmm. Who reminded me that 55 is just the beginning for me.
That is true.
She said, "I am not allowed to die or go anywhere." So
Not until you see at least your grandkids and great grandkids born.
No, in her mind, I'm not allowed to die ever.
And
So-
then also, my girlfriend's grandfather on Thursday, actually,
Oh, same as me.
same
40.
day, yes,
My man.
he turned 93.
Come on.
93.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it.
So
Belated happy birthday to him.
We don't usually let him drink, but he had a nice glass of a red blend. He had some champagne. Then he's from Antigua, but he did a lot of living in Puerto Rico because he owned an airline. So they went out to the old Cuban cafe down on Colonial by UCF.
Yep.
And got him all his favorites.
Oh.
So there was just like the counter's probably 11 or 12 feet long.
No, small. Yeah.
And no, at home.
Oh, at home.
Yeah,
Oh,
the counter's like 12 feet long. The kitchen,
Okay.
one of the kitchen counters.
Mm-hmm.
And from one end to the other was every single Cuban dish and Puerto Rican dish that we could fit on there, made with pork, beef, and chicken.
So you just hit one spot on Colonial, or a couple
Which one spot? Yep.
What's
they
it
make
called?
an Old Cuban Cafe.
Old Cuban Cafe.
Mm-hmm. But they have the Puerto Rican pulled pork. They have
just
everything.
mentioned that.
Yeah, they got some
It's
great.
not a big spot,
No.
but I heard it's really
It's
good.
really nice.
Okay.
Really nice. Right across from Academy on Colonial. When you, if you're coming from 408, it's the street, it's the parking lot right before Alafaya.
Okay.
So
All right.
if you're coming from your side and you're
Yep.
coming down Alafaya, make the left on Colonial, and right when you see Burger King and Olive Garden,
Yep.
you make that right in there, and they're right next to like Navy Federal. They're on the corner. They're on the corner of the strip.
I know exactly where that is.
So,
okay. Yeah, I'll check them out. So,
Yeah,
he
he got flan. He got everything. Yeah.
So he was happy.
Oh, he was happier than a pig and shit. The only thing, and I got to stop and get it for him because I'm going to go see him tonight. He loves Hershey's chocolate bar, just a plain chocolate bar. So I always usually get him a big one.
Mm-hmm.
Just every time I go see him, I give him one. I have to sneak it to him because he's diabetic.
You should grab some of those Hershey Kisses that they have here.
He
and
would
just
love
give it
those.
to him little
Oh,
by
yeah.
little. That way it's less conspicuous.
So yeah, we had a blast on Thursday night.
And I saw my love last night. I saw the film Eternals.
Oh, you saw my side chick?
I saw Salma Hayek.
Okay. I'll tell you said hi.
She also turned 55 in September. She was also born in '66.
And she is thicker than a Snicker boy.
And
Everybody talks about her weight, but let me tell you something. Weight she put on is perfect.
Well, she's not out of proportion. That's the
Not
thing.
at all.
She still has a curve. She doesn't
She's
have
like,
a tummy or anything.
You know,
like that.
she
She's-
to me is the predecessor to Sophia Loren.
Well, Sophia Loren was first.
Well, so sorry, she's the predecessor, not Sophia Loren. I'm sorry, the girl from Modern Family, Sophia Vergara.
Oh, Vergara. Yes, that's exactly right.
Like those three could like be like
yeah,
abuela,
yeah,
mom, and child. Like the
Yep.
three of them. Oh man.
yeah.
I mean, shit. Even Sophia Loren, even in her 70s, she was still
Yeah, you can't.
beautiful.
You can't take anything from them.
No.
None. And as they age and their body matures and everything, they're
Everything settles.
yeah, and they're much more sexier as opposed
Oh,
to.
absolutely.
And no offense to those who are into plastic surgery, but there's something to be said about just letting Mother Nature do what she does.
I tell my girlfriend that every day. I'm like, you don't need makeup. You don't like. You're perfect the way you are.
Yeah, I've told people
And
you
she's
don't
a
need
dancer.
makeup. Makeup needs you because they want your money.
Exactly.
Not everybody needs makeup.
And she's a dancer, so she's always, since the age of I think 6 or 7, she's been in ballet, tap, jazz, and everything.
Yeah,
She was in
so
she was
her
in
active,
the
having an
girl
active
group.
lifestyle, she's gonna have it together. So,
Oh yeah, and she was in the girl group that didn't come out that was matching NSYNC.
Mhm.
Like they came out with the all girl group. She came to Florida at 16, and lived the star life.
Mhm.
Lived that actual hip hop / pop life. Living in the mansions and driving the nice cars and everything. And I told her, I'm like, the thing with you is you have natural beauty. You don't need hair extensions or nail. Like there's a beauty about you that just waking up in the morning. It's one of those things where, and I'm sure you've had that talk with women that you've been with, that they feel they need something extra And I tell her, I'm like, you wake up with morning breath and you're a 10 out of 10, you know, in my book.
Yeah.
So I'm like, if you never want to put on makeup again, if you want to walk around with sweatpants and your hair in a ponytail and a t-shirt and a baseball cap for the rest of your life,
Still gonna be beautiful.
I will still love you the exact same, probably more, because you finally let go of that and said, okay, this natural beauty is what I am.
Yeah. So embrace who you are from the inside out. So,
because I do.
I do too. Because we were.
Well, I embrace her inside and out, but that's another story.
Touche.
Got a pause from art. That's a good thing.
Touche. as you should, rightfully, as your woman. So, and as she does with you, rightfully so, as her man. So, but yes, Salma Hayek looked phenomenal, and your other side chick, Angelina Jolie, also looked. Look at that! Drop the mic. You got to drop the mic moment.
But mic's weak in the knees.
But Angelina still looks phenomenal.
Oh yeah. I mean,
but like you said, from the movie Gia on, she's always been a star. So, and she can give a look too.
Oh, look, From Dusk Till Dawn with Salma Hayek, and I think still is probably my favorite movie with her. Because the
Desperado too.
The sex appeal that she exuded, like you couldn't tell me that she wasn't like a former stripper or something like that. Like the way she moved, the way she danced, even just the aura she gave off.
Yeah, she just radiates sensuality,
like,
and not in a nasty way.
It's not like,
but in a
in a mental way, not a physical.
Correct.
Like she's stimulating you sexually, but it's mentally. It's not a physical thing.
Make love to your mind. Yeah. Make love to your mind. So.
Shout out to my nephew, my girlfriend's nephew as well, Daydon. He is having his first child. His girlfriend has been in the hospital since Thursday, and they are going to welcome a baby girl soon.
Drop this baby.
We were hoping that the baby
would have been born on my birthday.
Yeah, and grandfather and granddad's birthday.
Yeah.
That would have been awesome. But she wanted to have her own day, and she's stubborn and hard-headed. So, as girls are.
Understood.
So, just so much stuff going on this week.
Also, side note, I watched the celebration of life for Colin Powell yesterday.
Oh, I missed that. I was at work.
Which was wonderful. It was moving. Great tributes from former military personnel. His son told some great stories and anecdotes. You'll appreciate this, and I'll share this one with you. He told a story once that when his dad was general and still in the military, he was somewhere. He came across a captain, and the captain had a soldier saluting him over and over and over again.
That's that asshole shit.
And so Powell walked up to him and said, "What's going on here?" And he goes, "Oh, General, he failed to salute me, so I'm making him salute me 100 times. And his son said that Colin Powell said, "That's fine, but just make sure each time he salutes you, you salute him back, because
that's
the salute
right.
is a matter of mutual respect."
That is true.
I love that story.
That is very true.
I love that story. So, but son of Jamaican immigrants, admittedly not a good student. He wasn't. He didn't go through West Point or Annapolis, but
he did it the hard way.
He did it the hard way and just worked his way through. And it was great to see former President Obama and Michelle there. It was good to see George and Laura Bush there.
Oh yeah.
It was good to see Hillary Clinton there. Bill was not there because he's been ill.
Yeah. But see, that just tells you his character as not only a general but as a man. The fact that you have former presidents from both sides of the aisle going to celebrate your life. Yep. It speaks volumes about the man he was.
Even Condoleezza Rice was there.
Shit.
So, but a great
you leave that Aunt Thomasina alone, okay?
I shall. So, but great life. 84 years old. I'm appreciative to not only your service, Chair Force, but all those who have served, and somebody like him who's risen from humble beginnings and got to that 4-star level,
Yeah.
Joint Chiefs and Secretary of State. So
Yeah,
he
so that's a
has done
huge
lot.
accomplishment
Mhm.
for somebody who, like you said, was an immigrant,
Mhm.
came from nothing, like literally nothing,
Mhm.
and built himself up to be one of the top 5 most powerful men in the world,
Yeah.
behind the president and
And,
people like that.
and maintained who he was as a human being, as a person. He didn't sell out like Clarence Thomas. He didn't sell out like Candace Owens. He had his beliefs. Did I agree with everything he did? No, of
And
course
you
not.
won't.
You're
You
not
won't.
supposed to. But I never got the sense that he was trying to run something on people. I always got the sense that he acted from integrity.
And I tell people all the time, when you're in the military, the first thing they tell you is you are not allowed to technically be affiliated with the right or the left or the middle. You are a soldier. You are loyal to the president's words. That's what it is.
Constitution. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
There's no, oh, I'm a Republican or I'm a Democrat or I'm a moderate, I'm a Tea Party. No. You're a soldier. And the oath you take, most of us take it at 18 years old, 17 years old. The oath that you take, you swear an oath to that office. Doesn't matter if you don't like the president. I mean, I got out and Trump became president. I didn't like him personally or his politics.
Mhm.
But as a soldier, because I will forever be a soldier, you can't talk bad about anybody.
No.
Because at the end of the day, and I told even some of my friends, even some of my friends, we came from the same neighborhood, same lifestyle, same socioeconomic status, and they're talking shit, and I'm like, you still wear a uniform. Like, no matter how bad you don't like him, at the end of the day, that's your boss.
Yeah.
And I can say a lot more because I'm out.
Yeah. And I appreciate how you were even honest about the disappointment of the military people who took part in the January 6th thing. That, to me, that's just a complete abdication of the duties. So.
Yeah, you know what? People hate that I make this reference, but I tell them, I'm like, that is the modern day Civil War.
Yeah.
That's what you did.
Yeah.
Because, and I'll put this in church terms, if you're a Catholic or a Baptist, or if you're Jewish, if you're Muslim, your place of celebration, i.e., church or mosque,
should not be defiled.
Those are the places that are sacred. Mm-hmm. And the Capitol is just as sacred. That would be like people who are not Catholic running into the Vatican and defiling the Vatican.
Yeah.
It's the same level.
Yeah.
Because that is literally the holy place of the American civilization. Mm-hmm. I mean, in that building rest thousands and thousands of documents and amendments. Just the way the laws were made, the rules that were put out. That building should never. That shouldn't even be if you're a true American, as they say, and a real American, that should not be anything that you even cross your mind.
And if there's something you disagree with, you've got 3 options: vote or not vote, or you run for office yourself.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
I think that's one of those things that we've become, because of the social media age. People get famous for nothing.
They get famous for being an anus.
Yeah, I mean, we were talking about the Kardashians. Mm-hmm. Like, nobody knew about them, other than
until Kim made that sex tape.
Right.
Then the whole family
and her mom released it.
Yeah.
Like, let's put it out there.
Yeah.
She whored out her own daughter for that reason.
Yeah.
To get that fame and that fortune, because they were nowhere near where they are even 10 years ago.
Definitely not.
When the father was alive.
Definitely not.
Just they weren't.
And they wouldn't have been.
No, and it speaks to, even now, it speaks to the lengths that people will go to attain fame or status or money. They don't want to work. They want to do the least amount possible
and get the most amount
and get the most out of it.
That's entitlement.
And it's a shame because Like, I detest her. I really do. Because of that. But she's a very intelligent woman.
Mm-hmm.
She plays on the beauty of her face and, the alteration she's done to her body via plastic surgery.
What? You don't think she's natural? She's Armenian.
I ain't never seen no Armenian like that. I've seen a lot of them. I ain't never seen nothing like that.
Oh, wow.
She looks like one of the ants from the movie Ants.
Ow. Okay.
The legs don't support the ass.
Okay.
Just saying.
Let's talk cigars.
Let's talk cigars.
But again, thank you to Colin Powell and the Powell family.
Yeah.
And thank you for this tatuaje. We are all big Pete Johnson fans here, and this is one that I have not had before. It's not an easily found cigar, but I appreciate that. Jerry Clausen gifted me a Padron 1926 anniversary series cigar. So
That's all you got from him?
I've got some La Gloria. I got some Series B in here from John Smith.
Ooh.
So, but yeah, people have been quite kind, quite generous.
That is the beauty of the cigar community. When it's your birthday,
People show up, they
Man.
show out. They
and
want
then
something
you
with
even
you
break
for you.
out the oldest stuff you got. Like I broke out that
Yeah.
Avo.
Yeah.
That's what 8, 9 years old.
At least.
2012.
Yeah,
9 years old.
Almost 10, yeah.
And it's the last cigar. I don't have any more of them. And I'm like, this is what I'm going to smoke for Art's birthday.
I love that tribute. Thank you for that, too.
Oh, yeah.
You posted on IG.
Shout out to Chair 4 Steve. He is on military duty this weekend, probably laying under a truck somewhere sleeping. But
Oh, and our partner who got us safely back and forth from Tennessee,
yes.
he and I shared some Master Blend edition on my birthday, too.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
Yeah, hell of a guy.
Yeah.
I love him.
same. Good dude.
Also, my apologies. I was supposed to bring you the pepper sauce today,
We'll get there. I'll keep asking.
and then that Lou Rawls album that I found.
Yes, the vinyl. Come on, man.
So, like literally, as I'm getting off the exit, I look over my seat. I'm like, fuck! Like I forgot the damn pepper sauce and the fucking album. Set them right on the kitchen counter and everything.
Chicago's own Lou Rawls, baby. So, but yes, we have big things coming up pretty soon.
That is true. Yes.
In a couple of weeks, and stay tuned because we will post it, but we will be live from a very historic event and venue.
Oh yes.
So it is going to be so much fun. I wish I could share with the masses.
I know. I wish I could tell you guys, but the way shit's set up, we got to keep it on the hush till literally the day of.
Mm-hmm.
So once we pull up and park, we will post where we are. And if you're there, great.
Come
if you're
see
not,
us.
still come through. It will be, that's going to be an all-day affair. I think we're going to be there by 11:30 in the morning when it opens up. And we will be broadcasting from there. We will be smoking from there. We will be drinking from there. And you are more than welcome to come out, join us, support us, have fun with us. We're just going to be out there all day. And we actually will have all of the mics set up. So, passersby who love cigars, we're just going to tell you, hey, come on and sit down here. Let's have a little quick talk. And we're just going to run live for a couple hours and enjoy the festivities.
That's going to be fun.
Yeah.
I cannot wait. Soon. This month, though. This month.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. It will be.
Perfect way to pre-start Thanksgiving, the holiday season, the
Very
season
much
of
so.
giving, and we
Yep.
will be giving. So.
And then on top of that, the following week, we will be at the Amway Center.
That's right. We shall.
And that will be an interesting affair, to say the
Yes,
least.
my beloved Chicago Bulls will be there, and yes, that will be fun.
Yeah. So stay tuned. Watch the Instagram page. Check out our Facebook. It's all the ATF Radio Show. And then at DA Cigar Snob and at Artman4 EVR. Those are all our Instagram handles. So once once we're actually there, I'll post on my personal page and then the ATF page, and then Art will post from his page. We'll do from Facebook, and then we will be there. So we'll tell you the location. We'll tell you exactly where we are. Come out there, smoke a cigar, have a drink with us, and just enjoy history.
Come see us.
It's gonna. Oh man, I can't wait. I really. It's like on the tip of my tongue. I want to say it, but I know I can't.
I know. But that's all right. Soon. Be
Soon
patient.
and very soon. Yes.
Be patient. So, when we going shooting?
Whenever. You know me.
Okay.
Have guns, we'll travel.
Okay. All right. He who shall not be named also would like to join us. The person who's responsible for our safety back and forth.
Okay. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Actually, I gotta go to some of his training classes. I lost a step, so I need to get back onto that operator level. Not as fast as I used to be, but I still want to be just as accurate.
That's it.
So
That's it. So
yeah, because then I can. Oh man, you can bring out all the toys.
bring out the Chris.
I might even bring out the.
Oh, come on, man.
I may bring the.
That means I do have to honor my my word and get the 308.
I gotta. Well, I still have to pick out a name for it. I haven't picked out a name for it yet. So
Gia.
once I name her, then
Gia.
Lord.
That would be a good name. But yes, we are in November, the month to remember. It is Scorpio seasons for all you Scorpios out there.
It's No Shave November.
Much
Prostate
love.
cancer.
Yes, that's right.
We had breast cancer awareness in October.
That's right.
November is prostate cancer awareness. So, guys, go and get your prostate exams.
There's no shame in it. It can save your life.
I tell people it's just like an HIV test. You should know your status at all times.
Absolutely.
Especially in this day and age where a lot of the things that we eat or drink, we don't know exactly what's in them.
Yep.
And, that's what happens.
And the effects of early detection mean you can beat it too. It's not a death sentence anymore.
Exactly.
A friend of mine recently had prostate cancer surgery. He's cancer free now. He's on the mend.
It does mean you can't smoke cigars for a while, but on the upside,
You live.
you live and then you can smoke them after.
But did you die?
But did you die? No.
You're still here.
What else?
And it's about the journey too. Not always the destination. It's the journey. You got.
Yeah, you find out a lot about yourself.
You do through all the ups, certainly the downs, and then as you know, in my case, this was a special birthday because my dad died of hypertension 3 days before his 55th birthday. So being able to eclipse him, be in a position where I'm in much better health at this point, learning from his lessons. I still got my work to do, but again, it's a journey.
Yeah.
But
it's not a sprint.
No,
It's not a sprint. You're not going to get healthy. Shout out to
fortune favors the brave.
my concierge doc, AJ. Knee was feeling a little bad yesterday. I had got a little bit of cartilage damage or decrease actually, and shot my knee up yesterday with some hyaluronic acid that they use for the athletes. So knee's a little sore because of the cold today, but definitely not painful, and I'm moving around. So
Yeah, you came in here with the pimp walk. But
yeah,
you're here.
came in here looking like what's his name? What's the light skinned actor's name that played alongside Richard Pryor in a lot of movies? That was a pimp with the afro. God, I can't think of his name now. Pretty light skinned boy, pretty boy. He was in the one where they were talking. It's been going viral lately with "She Chose Me."
Oh, the Mac.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, not the Mac.
Wait. Are you talking about Julian? What was his name?
That was the light skinned brother, right?
Yeah.
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 Him. That's how I was walking today.
Yeah.
I was feeling myself, as they say.
Yeah, that was Mac. Come on in. Come on with it.
And I've actually, on Monday, I start my journey to get back into shape on a whole nother level.
Max Julian.
Max Julian, that's what it was, yeah. So you will see over the next 3 weeks, I'll be shedding the pounds. I should go from about 230 to about 205, 210. So I'll be cataloging that journey as well.
And I still got to set up my appointment in time to continue my health journey.
That's right. Come get checked out. Yep. If you're in the Winter Park or Orlando area, check out Age Rejuvenation. It's out in the Lakeside Plaza in Winter Park, right next to Trader Joe's and Shake Shack. So if you're of that age, you know, like I'm only 41, but I put my body through it in the military. So if you're getting those aches and pains, you know, come on in. We got something for everybody.
And look at me. The double nickel, still not a wrinkle. When I piss, I spray. I don't tinkle. Come on with it.
I should have known there was a fucking rhyme coming. I don't know why I didn't see it.
Birthday, you know, I gotta set it up. So
Did you have 2 big booty bitches for your birthday, as 2 Chainz would say?
2. That's 2 Chainz. I was quadruple that.
Oh.
Yeah. That was 8 Chainz.
Shit.
Yeah.
Well. Congrats to you, sir.
Thank you very much.
So what was the drink of choice for the birthday?
Oh,
I mean, I know you drink a lot of stuff,
man. It was the owner of Executive Tom having us do those grenade shots.
Oh shit! Hand grenades?
Yeah, I did 5 of those on my birthday.
Another reason I'm glad I didn't come out, because that's a long drive.
Jamesons, and then you pull the pin, you do a shot of the Jamesons, and then the other shot, I forgot what it's in there. I think it's Bailey's. It falls in the beer, and then you throw it down. Yeah, I did 5 of those on my birthday.
My most detested is the pickleback.
I know, you know, John Smith loves those.
Oh,
we did some of those
awful.
too. We did some of those too.
I mean, I hate pickles, but the pickleback was just. Now I do love what I call the Russian Firecracker.
What's that?
So it is pepper sauce at the bottom, and then you pour the shot of vodka.
Really?
Yeah.
You can still taste it. The pepper sauce is not too heavy. That it's
so I put a little bit of pepper sauce,
okay,
a fresh cut jalapeno, and put it at the bottom, and then I pour the vodka in, and then you let it sit for 5 minutes.
Man, that sounds good.
And then you take it back.
That does sound good.
That and jalapeno margaritas.
Okay.
Those I like too.
So 5 of those, and of course.
How many Sincoro old fashions?
Maybe between Wednesday and Thursday, at least 8.
Shit. That's what I'm talking about.
Plus almost plus probably a quarter of the bottle of the first of my 2 bottles of the Master Blend Edition. So.
Yeah, I still have not opened mine yet.
Yeah.
It is sitting next to the 1820.
You should have seen the look on Jerry Clausen's face when I gave him something to taste before we went out to dinner. He's like, "Oh, this is fucking good." He loved it. It's good stuff, though. It really is. So shout out to Uncle Nearest Distillery and Fawn Weaver and Company. Doing
I tagged her in your post.
Yes.
And she liked it.
Yeah. Fawn is all right with me.
Yes.
And hopefully
we'll be making some trips back to Tennessee soon.
Because we got other things on tap. I was reminded that I need to continue my research on how to get a distillery started in Tennessee. Yes, we do. So, and we still have to. I think it's later on this year. We talked about you going back into the lab.
Oh yeah. I am. Actually, I'm already in the lab.
Tony Stark, over here.
I am
Tony Stark of tobacco.
Yeah, I am working on actually 7 test blends all at the same time. One a day for the week. So every Monday I do one, every Tuesday I do a separate one. So I'm working on some new blends that are going to come out.
Check out the Tony Stark.
I saw you. I said, damn.
I'd step out a
Never
little
gave
bit.
you niggas money.
Shouldn't have. Because if you had them, we would have taken it. So, and then somebody made the comment. It's the first time that they had seen me not in my Jordans or Kobe's.
That is true.
I had on the black Prada zip-up Chelsea boots. I came out stepping and repping. You only turn the double nickel one time.
That's true.
So,
yeah, you and those.
So
yeah, my favorite shoes now. Well, they've been my favorite shoes probably about 3.5 years. My ballet loafers, the driving loafers.
Yeah, those are so comfortable.
Oh man.
Yeah, I wasn't. I did. Was at one point a fan of the Bruno Mali loafers, but you know those are the official shoe that OJ killed those people in. So I can't rock those anymore.
Why?
I don't want to be associated with a killer.
Tupac said, "I ain't no killer, but don't push me."
Well, nobody pushed OJ.
Yeah, she was cheating on him.
Cheating on her too.
Yeah, but he got the money.
Ugh. Still, that man got away with murder.
Murder was the case that they get.
In the case that he beat.
Exactly.
And he's
the glove don't fit.
And he's here in Florida too, playing golf every day.
Every day.
And they couldn't take his pension. None of it.
That's the best part.
I will say one thing.
That's like LT.
I will say one thing about Mr. Simpson. You may not like him, but he's alive and kicking. So.
Orenthal James.
Mm-hmm. So.
Oh, going back to the cigars.
Mm-hmm.
One of them is going to be named the Art Man.
Oh,
so
I'm honored.
Once I get to the final, probably 5 to 10 blends of that particular cigar, I'm going to go ahead and give you, 3 or 4 sticks of each blend.
Okay.
And have you do the test to pick. You're going to actually pick out that one. I'm not going to pick that one out.
Oh, I can't wait.
You're going to pick that one out.
I'm excited. Well, thank you. I'm honored. So for sure.
So that one is going to be.
I'm honored to have something in my name that people will be putting in their mouths for years.
No comment. No comment.
It's facts.
I will never smoke one of those cigars. Next thing you know, you'll be like, hey, so how was that arch you had in your mouth? Nah, I'm good.
Be like, it was phenomenal, wasn't it? Fantastic.
That 30 ring gauge.
That's it. We'll taste of Chicago on that back note. Midwest is best. Wrap it on your chest.
Oh, shit. That deep dish.
Right. To fill you up. So.
Yeah, so there's a couple ones I'm working on, full-size cigars. And then I am working on a complete line of Corona-sized cigars, petite Coronas, so that people can get into smoking them. Or if you just don't have that much time, if you get that 15-minute drive,
yep,
and you need a cigar, and you're going to an event that doesn't allow smoking, or doesn't have a smoking area, or it's inside, and you still want to get your little quick fix, you can do that. So we have.
You can go from mild to wild, as you say.
Yeah, I am gonna do my first Connecticut. I never thought I'd do Connecticut because I'm just not a fan.
I know you're not,
but
because you've got the expertise and the palate, your Connecticut will be unlike any other Connecticut that's out there.
Yeah, I think
it won't be. It'll be a Connecticut, but it will have flavor. It will have body. It will have.
Well, that's the
complexity.
Thing. It's gonna be a Connecticut Habano. So you'll have that cream, and you'll have that spice at the same time.
It's like you. Cream, the spice, everything nice. I can dig it.
Shout out to Tom. He's out in Melbourne today.
Yes.
Hanging out at Executive there.
Yeah.
Driving everybody crazy, I'm sure.
No, he's chilling with the pooch right now.
He's with the dog?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
He's at the house. All right.
Yeah. So, but yeah, shout out to Tom.
Eric is in North Carolina?
Such good care of us. I think so.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
And then we've got Edka and Genesis bartending today.
And I believe Carmen will be here later.
Ah, Carmen, okay.
Who's new. You all have to come in and meet Carmen. We go way back to our days in Chicago. Phenomenal person. She does VIP events at Amway Center too. So she's well connected over there. There's also a new bartender here by the name of Dustin who makes unbelievable drinks.
Yes.
That man is an artist.
He's a
true
mixologist.
artist.
He just anything he makes. That what was it that I had that day? The one with the cayenne pepper rim.
Yeah.
Oh man, it was just.
And that drink that he made me, where you saw me with those glasses on, he made that drink with grapefruit honey spice puree that he made, and it just so happens that it matched the shirt that I had on. It was perfect. Man knows what he's doing.
Oh yeah, he does. He does.
Come in and say hi to Edka, who's the tobacconist on site, Liana, Genesis, Pam, Dustin, Carmen. The staff and family here at Executive continues to grow. So.
Yeah, we are on the move, upwards and onwards, as they say. Another person we have not talked about.
Who that?
It was an integral part. We saw him a couple weeks ago, Josh. Because without Josh, we would have never met.
That's true.
So shout out to Josh. He's having a boy this time.
Yes.
So I know he's excited about that.
Yes, he's also going to name him Art Man.
Yeah. And his daughter already runs his life, so his
Sophia,
son,
she runs the show.
So he will get a little balance.
Yes.
Because she'll be keeping her little brother in check, so Dad will get a little reprieve.
Yeah, he needs it. So, but yeah, shout out to Josh and family, and
shout out to CJ as well.
Yes, shout out to CJ as well. I don't know if he's back in town or if he's still traveling the world. You know how he is.
Yeah, he's on that motorcycle like every day.
Oh, and if you go to shutupandride.com, Chantel is auctioning off her motorcycle too.
Oh, the Harley?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, because it's reached the maximum.
50,000 miles.
And now she's auctioning that off, and obviously she's going to be getting another one.
Of course.
Because she's working with Harley
for the free
and designing a bike. I think it's going to be called the Road Queen.
Ah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So.
I can only imagine what that's going to look like.
Man. Yeah.
And that bike alone, I mean, that bike. She's a Guinness World Record holder, but so is the bike.
Multiple times, yep.
But so is the bike. Mm-hmm. So you get a piece of
history,
American motorcycle history, if you win that piece.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's one of those ones. That's like a Jay Leno one where he buys it and just puts it in the garage. Like you're gonna ride it, maybe for a mile.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna put it right back up. You'll start it up every now and again, but it's not something that you're gonna be riding around in. Just because of the history of it, and you want to keep it as close to pristine condition as the day you got it. I'm not a big motorcycle person, but if I was, that would be something that I would bid on, because of the history of it. And then because it's an African-American woman who's touched all 48 contiguous states in, 2 days? Not 2 days.
48. So her first record was 48 states in 28 days.
And she did in 23 days this time?
And she broke it in 23 days. Yep.
So that is beyond belief. And she was telling me about the ride. She was saying, when she'd pull into a state and pull up to the Harley-Davidson dealership, they'd have a whole spread for her of food and everything. They'd have a masseuse on staff with the massage table out. So as soon as she got off the bike, she'd go to the bathroom, come back, and she'd get a full body massage, eat, get a little bit of rest, and then get right back on that thing and ride out. And her food's great too. Chantel's Just Until in downtown Sanford is she does a lot. She does a lot.
She does. Matter of fact, I don't know if you knew this, but that the C3 event a couple of weeks ago, after the staff broke everything down and everything, they came to her restaurant, and she personally met them all there and cooked for them at 1 o'clock in the morning, just to say thank you. And it's one of the reasons why on Saturdays her restaurant's open till 4 a.m. so that people who work in the service industry, when they get off,
they can
have something to eat.
And it's not fast food; it's an actual real meal.
Good food, yeah. So So shout out to her for the
That's the
itinerary.
soul food, as
Yeah,
they say.
yeah. Put some South in your mouth. So, what? That'd be a great name for a podcast or a TV show, wouldn't it? Put some South in your mouth.
The views of Art Man Forever are not necessarily the views of the ATF radio show.
Fuck you, yeah, they are.
I have to say that legally, but I'm 100% on board with it. I ain't gonna bullshit you.
And literally, South in your mouth. She's from Panama City.
That is true.
Yeah. Cut her chops in New York. Birthed 10 children.
Yeah. Mother to 14, but birth 10.
True Renaissance.
Nope.
No, I think it's 16.
16.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw the pictures of her out taking one of them out for their birthday at the Cheesecake Factory the other day.
Yeah.
And that was just about as many people as you, and those are just her kids.
Exactly.
I was like, man.
Yeah.
So
table for ... You know?
Which is amazing because in COVID times, you can't get a table over the size of like, at most major restaurants like Cheesecake Factory and stuff like that, they don't give you a table of more than 6.
But it's the power of Chantel.
Yeah.
Just like when we were at Buster's, Harper, the manager at Buster's, knew her. Said, "Oh, I got to come in there and get something," and you know, they talk shop and everything. So, but yeah, great meal over at Buster's. Had the meatloaf.
The meatloaf.
It was delicious. So Harper was great. Missed Ella this time, the Natalie Portman lookalike.
Oh yes.
Yeah, but Harper was great. Harper came over and sang "Happy Birthday" to me.
Oh, nice.
Marilyn Monroe style.
Did she can dress blow up?
No. But she has the voice down.
Well, that's a start.
Mm-hmm. So I was like, I didn't know you could sing. She was like, I can do a lot of things.
Well,
in which case, I kept my mouth shut and enjoyed my meal.
I think you should take her up on the invitation.
Well,
so let me know what you think of that one night stand as well, because that's what I'm smoking now.
Oh, right here.
Yeah. I think that's a nice meaty cigar. Mm-hmm. It's a small gauge, but it's very powerful.
And that's what you
very
want.
Strong. Yeah.
What else?
Have to go to 2 of my daughters have to go to their schools on Thursday for Veterans Day.
Yeah, that's coming up.
As the 6-year-old says, veterinarian.
Good enough.
Your friend AJ.
We'll go with I love AJ. That is my girl.
She said, "Oh, Veterinarian's Day is coming up, Dad." I'm like, "What?"
Go on with it.
She was like, "You're a veterinarian." I was like, "No."
Roll with it.
It's like, I work on people. I don't work on animals. She was like, "No, military veterinarian." I was like, "Veteran?" She's like, "Yeah, that thing." So.
Yeah, and saying it with confidence. I remember when Caitlin was a little girl and I took her to Starbucks and we came home and I got a caramel frappuccino and she tells her mom, "Daddy got a crappuccino." I was like, no, frappuccino. She was like, "Oh, I thought it was a crap." No, it's not a crappuccino. So, yeah.
Hey, those are the moments, man.
Right.
Those are the moments.
And said it with all kind of conviction.
Like she knew she was right.
Oh, yeah.
No, trust me, this is a crappuccino.
All you could do is laugh.
That's it. But yeah, so I got to do that Thursday. Going to a breakfast and then going to an early lunch at their schools, and then going into work for a couple hours. And I don't know what else I'm going to do on Veterans Day. We'll celebrate somehow.
Yeah, you should get a free meal somewhere.
Oh yeah, everybody does that.
Yeah.
Yeah, my girl was like, "Oh, you should be in the parade," and I was like, "No."
No.
It's like the Veterans Day parade in Orlando is like they just open the floodgates of every retirement facility. Because, like veterans my age and your age, they don't necessarily celebrate it publicly like that.
It's more, I would imagine it's more a moment of reflection.
Right, but, the World War II vets and the Korean War vets and the older Vietnam vets, they are more into it. And it's because it's...
Some of the last of the remaining Tuskegee Airmen.
Yeah, especially like the World War II and Korean War. Like,
that's serious.
Yeah, literally last of a dying breed. Like, and those guys were, 16 and 17 when they left.
Literally babies.
So shout out to them. Utmost respect for them. I love them. I just don't want to be around a sea of old people.
I get that.
Because I get the reflection of remembering all my friends who didn't make it and aren't going to get to see, didn't get to see the age that I'm at now.
Yeah.
You know, I had some really close friends that, like, they were like family, like you are. You know, so it's a hard day. You know, same with Memorial Day. Like everybody has a barbecue.
Yeah.
Like that is a very, very sad day in my house.
Yeah. Wendell talked about that as
Yeah.
well.
4th of July is another one. I don't. You know, everybody's shooting off fireworks and having a barbecue, and it's like, it's not what this is about.
Especially when you have neighbors that you have to tell multiple times, don't do that.
Well, you know, and that's where Lucille comes in. You know,
And we're not talking about BB King's Lucille either.
come on, this Lucille.
You know, you did.
Sometimes, you know, I mean, but sometimes you just gotta, you know, you gotta meet people where they at, as my mom used to
Yeah,
say.
sometimes you have to do that.
Like, you know, you can kill them with kindness enough, and then if they still don't get it, then you just smack them in the face with the hard truth.
There you go.
I mean, not saying that I smacked them in the face with my pistol because that's against the law. However, common space.
However, come to space.
Sometimes you gotta
You have to be a little bit more
meet
direct.
ignorance with ignorance.
Yeah, you got to be a little bit more direct.
And if anybody that truly knows me will tell you, I am about as ignorant as they come.
But at the same time, you're also pragmatic.
That's you know what, to be
You let them. You let them know first.
100% honest with you, that did not happen until the birth of my first child. My Naomi, who's about to be 8, she turns 8 December 27th.
It changes you.
And holding her for the first time tempered me. And then holding AJ for the first time, that like completely flattened it out.
Yeah. Yeah.
However, when I'm with them,
Shout out to Craig.
I'm
Wheelchair Mafia.
Wheels. I am.
Wheels on the Craig go around and round.
Yeah, if you're around me when I'm with my kids, and you're disrespectful,
It's not tolerated.
yeah, that's when everything goes black and everybody's like, oh.
And shout out to you, by the way, because, and I've told you this off camera as well, but you are one of the best, most active and involved dads that I've ever been around.
Thank you.
So
you. It's
you do it all for your girls. You sacrifice. You're there. You're present. So
yeah, I've got
in an age where men, particularly men of color, don't get the kudos that they do for being there, being active, being invested. You do it all. So
yeah, I had a date night with the 13-year-old last night. Picked her up from dance rehearsal, and we went to Dairy Queen, and she had a blizzard. I still got my brownie thing in the freezer, but just sitting and talking with her, it was so funny. Just like listening to her talk about boys and life and school and everything, and it's like, as much as this world has changed, it's still kind of the same way. She's so, and it's funny because in the age we're in, if you talk to her, she's still, and she's not really sheltered, but she's very, very innocent. And, we had the talk last night, and I'm telling her, I'm like, she's talking about boys and all this stuff, and I'm like, look, don't get nobody's son beat up.
yes,
I was like, because although they're a child, if they hurt my child,
then they've hurt you.
I'm going to hurt them. I was like, I love you to death. I was like, and this is my bonus. This is one of my bonus kids. She's not actually my daughter,
But she's still your daughter.
She's my daughter.
Yeah, that's all that matters.
And we hang out, and we sat, pulled up in the driveway at home last night, and I was listening to my girlfriend had sent me this Little Webby remix of "Wipe Me Down." And we pull up. I open the garage door, and my girl comes out, and we blast the music. And I open the sunroof, and she's like standing on top of the seats outside of the car, outside of the truck, dancing, just chilling, And it's just like those moments, like with Caitlin and you know what I mean? It's just like those are the things that I'm gonna remember the most, and I cherish the most, because soon they'll be her age.
Yep.
And although they'll love you and miss you and want to be with you, they're adults now. So you have to remember that. Enjoy these times with your kids, man. I mean, like today, I made them toasted egg and cheese sandwiches, and the little ones are like, man, you put your whole foot in this, Dad. And then as a thank you, they went upstairs and got their little lotions and got a little face mask, and I'm sitting on the couch and we're watching some Discovery Channel show about crocodile hunters in Australia. And we're just watching it and laughing and having a good time. And the next thing you know, they disappear, they come back, and they're rubbing my hands and feet and giving me a hand massage and a head massage. And then they're putting a little mask on me. They forgot to wash it off, so I had to wash it off. But,
But those moments,
oh man,
trust me,
I was in heaven.
When they get into their 20s and get older, like my daughter is now, they remember all that stuff. And they will tell their friends as adults all these different stories about how you sold into them. And the byproduct of that also is not only are you raising phenomenal young ladies, but when the time comes for them, they will also be phenomenal parents. So
That and the
you're,
big
you're
and my
leaving,
biggest
you're
thing,
leaving a legacy.
and the bigger thing out of all of that is that I don't want them to be with anybody, whether it's man, woman, whatever. I don't want them to be with anybody that does not treat them at least the same way that I treat them.
That's it. That's
Like,
it.
and I tell them all the time, I know you guys are all going to be super successful.
Mm-hmm.
You're all going to have high paying jobs. You're going to be independent women.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to choosing a mate, it's hard out here. It is very hard. And I will say it, as a black male,
Mm-hmm.
like it is very hard for black women to find a comparable black male.
It's hard for black men to
Because-
find a comparable
Very
woman,
true.
period. Yep.
And the problem with that, I think, the biggest problem is we are a society that's focused on what can you give me?
Correct.
That whole what do you bring to the table? Like, I don't understand the relevance of, well, you have to make as much money as me in order to be with me.
Yeah, because that speaks to selfishness and taking, whereas the optimal relationship is about we are sharing.
Building and growing.
Yes, we are building, we are growing, we are evolving. Yep.
My girlfriend is highly successful. She owns a dance studio. She does personal training. She does a lot. But the best thing about our relationship is that she is still in the mindset of you are the man, you are the head of our household.
And the love that she has for you in the interactions that I've seen between the two of you, it's always there. It shows.
Mhm.
And vice versa.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So I give you both credit for that.
Yeah, and I came
I'll
from
get
an
there.
environment. You will. I'm working on it. And I came from an environment where that was my example. My parents have now been married for 42 years.
God bless.
And as they've gotten older, they have kind of.
Ha! 42 years and you're 41. They didn't waste no time, did
Nah,
they?
they didn't. I was a preemie too, so
Oh, I never knew that.
yeah, I was born at
man,
I was born at
you're a
6
miracle.
months old.
You're a miracle.
Yeah, but just that love and companionship that they show with each other. Like, you look at them now, and it's kind of like Jerry and Gita. They are just best friends.
Oh.
Like they just. It's so funny because I look at them as my parents, but now as I'm older and I see the way they interact with each other, it's not even like the whole husband and wife dynamic. They are like true life partners and best friends. And my mom says, she was like, as funny as it's crazy as it is to say, she's like, he's my best friend. Mm-hmm. She's like, yeah, I have my girlfriends I talk to and all that. She's like, but he's my best friend. Mm-hmm. And that's what we all strive for in a relationship, to have that partner who is your best friend. And you've been there.
Yep.
So you know exactly how it feels, and it's one of the best feelings ever.
Yep.
And so people, as I'm divorced, they're like, "Oh, why would you want to get married again, or why would you want to be in a committed relationship?" And I'm like, "Because when you're with the right person,
You have the best of everything.
yeah, it's amazing, because what you lack that day, that person is going to pick up,
Yeah.
and vice versa.
Yeah.
Sometimes, some days I'm not in the mood. I don't want to deal with the kids.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even want to deal with her.
Mm-hmm.
And she sees it, and she is completely she fixes it. She's like, all right. She'll tell the girl, she's like, Dad's not really in the mood today, so let's go out.
Yeah,
And then she'll give me my time,
She'll have your drink for you, have
Yeah.
your cigar ready. So takes good care of you.
Yeah.
Somebody said something once that you can find someone that you can be with, but if you can, find someone that you can't be without.
Without.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I think that is one of the things that I have learned because, after the divorce, I was like, I'm never getting married again,
I felt that way
That was
too.
the farthest thing from my mind. I was like, nope. I was like, I'll have a couple girlfriends. I'll hang out. I'll see them when I see them.
Mhm.
And that's just what it's going to be, me and the girls.
Mhm.
And she was at the same thing. She was divorced too. She was like, she got her townhouse. She's like, yeah, this is just big enough for me and my girls, and that's just what it's going to be. When they get out of college and all of that stuff and they're on their own, I'll start dating again or whatever, and looking for somebody or whatever.
Yeah, and that's the natural mindset coming out of a divorce. You need that time to work on yourself, to heal, reflect, grow, and emerge better, so that when the opportunity arises to engage in a relationship with someone and it's meaningful, you all can each recognize that, all right, this person has
This is the strengths they have, and this is the weaknesses, and this is where I need to pick up the slack. So it's
a true partnership.
And I can actually say, I've even told my mom this. I'm like, she's my best friend. Like I've had, my best friend that I've had since we were 8 years old. We're now both 41. Same thing with one of my female best friends. I met her at the age of 18. We're still like, I'm her child's godfather. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We are very close, but
it's like a great cigar when it all comes together: binder, filler,
and wrapper. It's just one of those things. Like, I come home from work, and it was funny. I was watching a TikTok yesterday, and the guy's sitting on the couch, and he's waiting for his girlfriend to come home so she can spill all the tea from the day because she went on a ladies' night. And he like pours her a glass of wine. He pours himself a glass of wine. He wraps up in a blanket. He gives her the wine. He's like, all right, let's spill the tea. And he's like intent. And it's so funny because she laughs at me because I never used to watch reality TV. And that's one of our favorite things to do, to spend time together. The kids are asleep, and we'll sit downstairs on the couch, and we'll be under a blanket, and we'll watch like the Real Housewives of Atlanta or all the Real Housewives series, and like 90 Days the Other Way, and 90 Day Fiance, and all that shit. And I'll sit there and be commenting, and she's like, you are my girlfriend. She's like, because you have the same energy that I have looking at these shows.
Oh, and then you'll appreciate this. They announced next year they're going to be debuting Real Housewives of Saudi Arabia.
Those are going to be some fine women.
And that oil money, too?
Let me tell you something. That Arab money, as Buster said, let me tell you something. People laugh and joke.
Billions.
Under these burqas. Like, if you see them in their natural environment at home where they don't have to dress like that, they are wearing the exact same outfits that the women here wear outside of the home. They can't, it's their religion. They can't come out like that.
Yeah.
But when they're home,
they're wearing Victoria's Secret and Juicy Couture and all that other stuff. Absolutely.
And all you see is eyes outside. But some of the most beautiful women that I've ever seen have come out of the Middle East. And Sofia, Bulgaria. One of my favorite places. But this cigar is over, so this show is over for today.
Got the next one on deck.
Oh yeah, always. Thank you for listening in and watching today.
Appreciate y'all. Much love.
Make sure you follow the Instagram pages for the announcement in the next 2 weeks or so, where we'll be live. We will be smoking cigars. We will be drinking. I will have cigars for you to try.
What?
Yeah, I'm doing a whole lot.
Man, come on now.
Team Too Much over here. That's what me and my girlfriend are called. They call us that. Team Too Much. Yeah, so we will be truly celebrating history in the making, and also just enjoying meeting you guys who listen to us and watch us all the time.
We appreciate you.
And on that note, what do we always say, Art?
Always aim.
Center mass.
See you next week.
Good afternoon.
Be safe.
And drink some for me.